Welcome to the Spiritual Awakening with Shaz podcast, where we unlock the power within and navigate the journey of your self-discovery together. I'm Shaz, your spiritual mentor and life coach, here to help you tap into your inner guidance system and manifest your best life. Whether you're just beginning your spiritual journey or looking to deepen your practice, this podcast offers insights, techniques, and inspiration to elevate your consciousness and transform your reality. Get ready to shine your light and embrace your true potential. Remember, the answers are inside you. Let me be your guide on earth. Welcome back to the Spiritual Awakening podcast with Shaz. I'm your host, Shaz. The spiritual awakening process, I get asked so many times, what actually triggers the awakening? So many different avenues can make this happen. Last week, we talked about the dark night of the soul. Near-death experiences can also trigger a spiritual awakening, but for the most general part, it starts with a simple thought of, isn't there more to life than this? You start to question, what are we here for? Many of us start wondering, are we actually wasting time? We look at the greater picture and the fact that we work for other people. Is this what life's all about? To go to work, to waste 60 years of our lives working for somebody else, doing something that's drudgery, that drags us down and makes us feel inadequate. We also start questioning, well, what are the interactions that my soul is wanting to have? What is the growth that we're here for? We look at things outside of the norm. Religion or spirituality comes into it and we question the aspect and essence of God. Is there a God? What is the God doing? And why does God like to see us slave away at things that don't actually make us happy? These questions all can trigger your spiritual awakening. Life can feel very heavy doing what you're doing. You can look like you've got everything working for you on the outside. You have the great family, a great job, lots of money, that house, the 2.3 kids, and everything looks wonderful. But deep inside, there's a questioning part of you that wonders, is this it? What is life really all about? That moment of questioning everything, who you are, what are you doing, why are you doing it? Is this the best job for me to be in? Is this the best relationship for me to be a part of? Is this the family that I wanted? Is this the interactions I needed every day where I wake up so tired I don't want to get out of bed every morning, struggle to go to work at a job that I hate, I don't like my co-workers, I don't like my boss, I don't actually like the work I'm doing in the first place, the traffic on the way to get there, and you question your sanity. How did I get into this position where I'm doing everything for everybody else and so little for myself? You start to question, what is happiness? What does even happy mean? What does it look like? And how come everybody looks happy? And why do I pretend to be happy when I'm really broken inside and I feel like there's some essential part of me that is missing? If that's you, I do want you to know you're not broken. There is nothing wrong with you. It's just a natural part of the awakening process. To start questioning, why is every day the same? Why do I wake up 5 days a week, go to work, slave my guts out, come home, cook for the kids, wash the dishes, clean the house, blah, 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 do all the crap that is so insignificant for my soul? What do I actually do to feed my soul? Do I have a soul? One of the biggest questions that people do ask and do come to comprehend as they go through the spiritual awakening process is, yes, I am a soul living a human experience rather than a human with a soul. They are two total different perspectives, and that greater understanding of my soul is here to learn, to grow, to feel, evolve, and to show up and do something purposeful, that my soul has a mission here on earth. We all come to create an impact, whether it's big, small, massive, or just very, very minute. But there is a reason for our soul to incarnate on earth at this time. Everyone is a soul. And as you awaken, you start to realize that, and you start looking at the different interactions that you have between the souls in your family, in your relationships, in your work colleagues, in your association with your friendships, in the community. All of these things start to matter to you. You start wondering, are you having a good impact on them? Are you a bad impact? Are you a teacher? Are you a student? Are you here to be something worthwhile, or are you to be just a little minion or a slave in the background? A lot of people, when they go through that spiritual awakening, first start to question reality altogether. Is this real? Are we in a 3D or a 5D energy? Is everything the way that it is? Everything is energy. Energy moves its frequency. Is the table still? Is the chair real? Is the reality of what's going on outside of my own perspective and outside of my own life true? Or is it made up? Is this a TV show like the Truman Experience? Is there somebody up there puppeteering us and manufacturing different things, or are we the creator of our soul? These are things that you need to come to terms with for self. They start subtly. You start subtle questions. Am I happy here? Why am I here? Why do I keep going to do something that I don't like? Why is my family unhappy? Why am I barely surviving above the breadline? Why am I sacrificing myself for everybody else? You start to feel that something missing: connection, conversation, talent, music, love, freedom, travel. You get restless, you get itchy in your own skin, and you just want to be something different. You start feeling there's more to this existence than what is right in front of you. And to explore that, we go and listen to podcasts, we'll go and watch YouTube videos or DVDs or Netflix and find things outside of the realm of our perspective that will challenge us and encourage us to think greater than we've thought before. We will start having meaningful conversations with people and start delving into, what is our soul's interaction here? What is the purpose of us coming together? We'll read books, we'll talk to other people. You may consult a medium or a psychic or a healer on some level. You'll start to question, what are the communication symbols that you notice? You become consciously aware and you start to notice minute things that you never really paid attention to. These all bring about the factor of that awakening process. You question all of your relationships. When you fully awaken and you really come to terms with things, you start to realize that as a soul, you chose your parents, you chose your family for a reason to come, incarnate, and grow and evolve through that. Now, whether you love your parents or hate them, you still chose them. You volunteered to come and interact with these souls for a reason and a purpose. What is that purpose? Has it served you or has it hindered you? Has it created love, happiness, joy, abundance, and amazing things, or has it created heartbreak, trauma, massive injury, health problems, mental health problems, physical and emotional detachment? These are all the great lessons that we learn through our family dynamics. And some souls are here to transform family dynamics, generational trauma, aspects of self in the single family unit or in the greater family unit. There's no mistake who you marry. You already preordained it before you came. There is no mistake in the children that come to be your children. They already chose you before you came. All of these things happen for reasons, and you start to understand deeper and know so much more. In your heart, you start to feel more compassion. You start to have more awareness of things outside of your own little cycle of life. You start to wonder what's happening to humanity, what's going on with the planet, what's going on in other countries, in other cities or other places, rather than the immediate location of where you're at. You feel this restlessness, this desire for something more, to feel deeper connection, to feel greater understanding. And at first you can't name it, but eventually as you awaken, tap into the intuitive collective consciousness and become more aware and educate yourself on the different areas and different beings, and have conversations outside of the everyday norm, you start to understand so much more. You start to interact and meet people who have greater knowledge than you, or sometimes even less knowledge than you, that you can bring along for the journey too. You start to question God. Is it the version that we understand in the Bible, or is it the version that we understand through our past life experiences and our soul's connection of God existing within us? That the essence and the purity of that being lies within every single heart and soul. The unity, collectiveness, the universal laws, the way everything interacts with each other. As a soul, I 100% believe in that 6 degrees of separation. We are connected to every single soul on the planet. All we have to do is put all the pieces together. Now, whether in this life, this current existence of where we are, a past life, or in a future aspect, all of our souls are linked back to that great God source energy. This journey as you awaken is hard. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and tell you it's mung bean and rainbows, because it's not. It takes deep healing. It takes you to wake up to your own personal responsibility, to factor in that everything that you've been through, good, bad, and otherwise, you consciously created from a spiritual form to come and experience in the now. All of that hardship, all of that struggle, all of that trauma, you wanted to feel it. You wanted to grow through it. You wanted to evolve through it. And it is the making of you. For the only way you could ever get to where you are right now is via that pathway. There was no other way to get here. This is the soul's choice in this lifetime. Over the many lifetimes and experiences that you have, we do choose different pathways. Some are easier, some are harder, some are bigger struggles. And you look around at other souls and you can see their pathway, their understanding of what they've chosen to learn and evolve through. And every soul is different. There are no two souls that go through exactly the same thing, even twins. They never have the exact same perspective or the exact same experience in every level of their life. There are some differences. You will feel resistance as you fully awaken, and you're going to sit there and go, is it worth it? Can I just stay in my little bubble and pretend none of this exists? But once you open that little channel and you fully connect back to source energy, there's no going back. You will start questioning everything. Why does it happen this way? What is that interaction? Why do I respond to this? Why do I react to that? How does this trigger me? Why am I in this relationship? Why did these kids choose me? Why did I choose those parents? What is the purpose of this? What is the reason for that? And the heaviness that you'll come to feel, the burden that you feel you're carrying, that's the old version of you that you have to peel away layer by layer as you heal. We are like an onion, and every layer of healing creates another one underneath. And it's a perpetual journey. Healing is not linear. It is not straightforward. And we don't go back and go, I want to heal what happened when I was born and do it in order. It happens as we are available and ready for it. And there's massive ups and downs and dips and flows and all of these problems that show up for us. But it's so worth it to uncover these aspects of our soul, to connect with greater beings on the spiritual plane, to tune into your intuition, open up to mediumship skills or clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, or even claircognizance, just to know more than we do now. All of these factors become available to us when we break out of that little bubble of unconscious program mode, that monotonous version of us that gets up and does what we're told, of following orders, following the process that everybody else does, of living life just because that's the way it's always been done before. When you awaken, you start to question that. Is that really the identity of the person you want to be? Or do you want to break free? You start to realize that you have skill and talent. You have amazing gifts inside of you that can take you places. They can be big, they can be small, they can show up in many different ways. And you find yourself believing in so much more power than lies within the small version of you that you used to be. You realize that the old version of you isn't making you happy anymore, and there has to be something better. You come to understand we are not here to suffer. We are here to feel, to experience, to understand, and then become greater despite anything that we have to overcome in order to get there. This is the pathway that I endeavor to teach people through my coaching, through the elevation and connecting of your soul. As you come to awaken, you start to realize the pains, the discomfort, and the disease within your body is communication from your soul, guiding you back to your pathway. And not everyone can tune into that message and find the clarity that they need in order to create the beautiful being that they're meant to be, to step up to that purpose, to rise into the mission that you are here to accomplish. My coaching program, the Soul Fire Alignment System, will help you release old patterns, let go of who you were, take away all the old programming that you have, and let go of the confusion and the blockages and the barriers that keep you playing small. Let go of the heaviness, release the weight that's bottling you down, bringing you down to a frequency that doesn't allow you to fully express all of you. It helps you reconnect and come home to yourself, find that intuition, remember the greatness, realize that the soul has this great capacity for magnificence, that it is a magical creator, that anything it thinks of, that it can feel and fine tune, it's capable of creating and welcoming into your life. You turn into magnetic abundance. That deep inner knowing that's waiting for you to listen to the subtle nuances of the guidance that puts you on a pathway that brings all the joy, all the abundance, all the success that you're seeking in life. That puts you in with your mission, that allows your purpose and passion to shine through, so that every day that you wake up, you're so excited to begin and be a part of this world that we're creating together. We help rewire the mental blocks, the resistances, the disbelief, the doubt. We release the fear, we let go of old patterns, and we put in new programming. Our brain works much like a computer, and it's all about what we input into it that matters. And as you upgrade your iOS program, for want of a better description, and the programming of your thinking, the greater results that you're going to get. This is where we change our frequency. We bring forth all the memory of the great power that we have within us. When you fully awaken and you get to that really Zen place, you can call forth all the powers that your soul has learned over many, many lifetimes into the current existence. That is how we quantum leap. That is how we bring things into pure alignment to change timelines and become so much more than we're capable of. This is where the mastery of the skills that we've learned and mastered become our own little spells that we weave and magnetic connections that we manifest to create the life we really want to be living. That life that you are dreaming about, hoping for, wishing for, filters in and becomes the reality. And we hope that as we rise you up to have confidence, to have the clarity, to the knowing, to the mastery of the skills that are within you, to activate all of the universal laws to bring everything that you desire into fruition in this reality that you are. You stop apologizing for who you are. You set boundaries for other people and for yourself, and you take up space boldly, beautifully, and unapologetically for who you are. You know who you are. You understand that beauty and perfection that lies within. You claim all the beautiful strengths and aspects of self that sometimes we want to hide and put down so that other people don't come to us with their own judgment and rejection of that, because we don't really care or mind what they think of us. Our awareness of self is so much bigger than our care for what other people believe about us. And this is where we can then radiate our beautiful soul, our light being, and it shines like a beacon and a lighthouse to the universe of that alignment, and great opportunities and relationships filter into our life. All of these abundant aspects flow to us. This is where the true magnetization and the law of attraction starts to take notice of who we are vibrationally, energetically, and purely aligned. You set these beautiful ideas into the universe and you sit there and go, this is what I'm doing, and magically it appears. And it's very quick and it's very fast, and things happen to you literally as you speak them into existence without delay. This magnetic aspect of self, the master creator, comes to fore, and you create the world around you in that beautiful, blissful state. This isn't a process just about doing inner work. It's about becoming a version, an identity within yourself that knows exactly who you are, showing up to be that from your own choosing, not the manipulated version or the molded aspect that you may have become from what our parents expected of us, or what our partners allow us to be, or what our kids want us to be. It's through our own choice, our own talent, and our own connection to source that creates the beautiful aspect of self that we do step into become. When you commit to this journey, everything in your life shifts, but it does take commitment. You have to put you first, nobody else. You are the keeper of your soul. You are the nurturer, the mother, the caretaker of the soul within your human being. You have to take care of you. You have to feed you, nurture you, love you, encourage you, build you up. Find that worth that lies within. Love yourself unconditionally. Accept all parts of you. Align everything. And realize power lies within both in light and dark aspects of self, because they both have their place in order to play within your life's journey. When you do commit to this and you fully open up and embrace the power that lies within, you feel light and calm, and you no longer carry the weight of other people's expectations. Their criticisms, their judgments, they all fall by the wayside. You become who you are through your choice and your choice alone. Nobody else gets to tell you who you have to be. Nobody else decides on how you show up each day. You be you. It builds confidence that radiates from you. So every time you walk in the room, people realize, because your energy leads first. Have you ever been in the space of someone so confident they walk into the room and it's magnetic and electric? You have the power to become that too, with self-belief, understanding, love, and stepping into that powerful gift that you have, that talent, and owning it. You then get to create healthy, nourishing, loving, somewhat challenging and beautiful relationships with other people. You attract people to you that are on the same frequency, if not better. You strive to become better. You stop paying attention to small little details that don't matter, and you no longer allow other people to steer you off course. As Taylor Swift said very recently, your energy is your currency, and it's really valuable. And when you step into this confidence, you know that, you master that. You will not let anybody else bring you down, because you are the caretaker of you, nobody else. You make decisions that are rooted in joy and peace, and you do it from the most loving space, because you want everyone to succeed. You want to uplift people. You want to nurture them and encourage them to stand up and find this for themselves. For when people really heal, they help each other rise up. Healed people uplift and encourage each other. They support everybody. They don't see any judgment. They don't see inequality. They don't need to bring somebody else down. They realize the earth is multifaceted and so abundant that there is enough for everybody. We find our unique lane that we need to slide into, and it becomes everything that we desire. Nothing can hold us back. You also start to realize that happiness isn't just a feeling. It isn't a passing fancy. It isn't something that you only get to be some of the time. It's a foundation. And every decision that you start to make is based on the fact, will doing this make me happy? Is this what I choose to do? Does this bring me joy and bliss? Is it worth my energy and my currency to go out and be this? Because when you make decisions from a place of happiness, everything in your life changes. You stop putting your needs before anybody else's. You stop sacrificing your happiness to make somebody else feel better. You stop becoming a victim to mentality that doesn't serve you. You walk away from conflict, for you know it has no end and there is no winners in that scenario. You encourage other people to stand up, rise up, and become all they can be, rather than dragging them down to make them feel lesser than they really are. All the work that you do feels so much more fulfilling. You're excited about going out to work, doing what you're doing, interacting with the people that you're surrounded by, showing up and making a difference, no matter how big or small. You get excited at the thought of the interactions that you're going to create with the people in your life. You just exist on this plane of existence that's magnetic and beautiful, and you see everything from an energy perspective, and you have grace and love for all things, all beings, all animals, all people, everything. You can see the grace of God in all of it. You experience things on a deeper level. You feel things so much clearer and with bliss. Like it's magnificent the way you energetically attach and know that each thing is more than just what it is, and how it interacts in society, in life, and in community around you. You find your own energy shifts. You master your energy. You choose how you wake up. You choose the vibration that you walk out with. You do things on purpose instead of on automatic pilot. You get out of unconscious mode and start living consciously and fully aware of everything around you. You miss nothing. You open up your vision and experience so much more. And in it, life stops feeling like a battle, and it starts feeling like something that you actually enjoy to live from. You have so many more highs, so much more joy. This does not mean there is no hardship, there are no challenges. But you know those challenges are only there to help you grow and evolve even further. And they give you segues into new experience in life. You know that hardships will pass. That time is not real. It's a constraint that we linearly, we get into a linear frame of time thinking it all must happen in purposeful meaning, when you can start to manipulate time in ways that can work for you. You realize that dark emotions don't have to be actually dark. It's the gamut of feelings that it create the beautiful bliss. And you can't understand true happiness and true love without despair and without grief and loss. Because you start to appreciate and have gratitude for what is there right in front of you and make the most of it with every breath that you take. So if you're listening and thinking that this is me and you're ready to awaken and step up and become so much more than you are now, and you really want to feel and experience life, not through the blinders of pain, but through peace and release and love, happiness and joy, then reach out and come and have a chat with me. Don't forget, you can download the Dark Night of the Soul Companion Journal from last week. It has some great journal questions that can help you find clarity through your awakening process. Not everybody has to go through the dark night of the soul. But if you resist your awakening and you stop questioning and you think that I'll get to it later, it doesn't matter right now, it's not important, I'm not the important one, everybody else does, you will create a worse version of the dark night of the soul than you really have to go through. Spirit, your soul, your higher self, God source, the universe, whatever you need to call it, will do everything it can to get your attention before it takes something drastic for you. Now, those drastic measures can include pain or accidents within the body, disease within the body. They can include problems in your house, problems in your home, problems in your work environment, or they can include problems in your transport and vehicles. Everything that happens around you is not a coincidence. It's not just something that happens. It is orchestrated and created by you in conjunction or in misalignment with your higher self. If your higher self wants you to pay attention and you're doing everything you can to disregard it, disobey it, and not come out of the sleep mode into living, into experiencing, into joy, it will create hardship that you cannot notice, that you cannot not notice. It will create something that is so inexplicable that you don't even want to go through it because it was the only way that it could get your attention. Don't ever let it get that way. Pay attention to the signs. Listen to your soul. These feelings of discontent and discord within the body and within the environment around you have meaning. Look them up. Seek guidance. Ask questions. It is up to you to tune into your higher self and your soul to find out what those messages mean for you. They are different for everybody. Pay attention to the pains and niggles in your body. They have important meaning for you. You have to take care of you. You are the keeper, the caretaker of your soul. And if you're not doing a good job, your soul is going to put problems in your way, so you will wake up and pay attention. That's why we call it an awakening. If you need assistance to understand what your body's telling you, reach out and have a quick clarity call, and I'll tell you what these pains, what these problems all mean to you emotionally, physically, and mentally for you to focus on and to choose. Unfortunately, when we don't choose in time, our higher self will do everything it can to get us to choose the right way. And if it runs out of luck in getting our attention, it will make us choose in the wrong way. It's up to you whether you want to make it easy or whether you want to make it hard. It's still your choice. Choose ease. Open up to your intuition. Pay attention to the signs and step into this beautiful power. Open up to your heart and soul. Be everything that your soul is calling you out to be. Find your passion. Step into your purpose and become everything that you are. Remember, you're not broken. You're awakening. You are a mystical, magical being, and happiness, joy, and peace aren't just for other people. They're for you too. Until next time. Thanks for listening to the Spiritual Awakening with Shaz podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below so you don't miss an episode. You can also follow us on Facebook with the links below. Until next time, trust your intuition and let your spirit soar.